Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Snapper Fruge podcast, and I'm your host, Snapper Fruge, a.k.a. LL Fruge, a.k.a. Tall for My Height. I hope everybody's having a great day. This podcast, you will learn a little bit about a lot of shit. You might not learn a lot, but you learn a little bit. I'm also an advocate. I'm fighting to bring light skin back in style. That's something I stand for, pushing for us brothers to get back in style here. But yeah, this podcast, I'm touching a lot of broad topics, politics, entertainment, sports, whatever it may be. And before I get started, I want to send my thoughts and condolences to the people in London. They had a unfortunate event this week, and somebody chose to drive their car and kill a few people, and of course ISIS is taking credit for it. So that's just unfortunate, man. I'm starting to believe, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just starting to believe that maybe ISIS is really not behind all this stuff. Like, I'm just starting anything that happens bad in the world, I think they're just taking credit for it. I mean, that's just my thinking. Like, somebody, I don't know, Hambre the Gorilla, when he died, ISIS took credit for that, They just want people to fear them, man. Like, I don't know how true, how widely popular they are, and they really are, recruiting that many people. But it seems like every terror attack, every event that takes place, when anybody die, ISIS online say, we're responsible for that. We did that. And I don't know how true that is, man. I really think it's just to, put fear in people's hearts, and to know that, ISIS is some bad dudes, some bad dudes. But it's been a big week in politics, man. A whirlwind of things to talk about. We need to do one of these every day to keep up with this stuff. I swear you can't keep up with it, but do the best I can to, give you a recap of what happened this week. At the beginning of the week, the FBI director, James Comey, he had his, interview or hearing with Congress, and he talked about all kind of stuff. Did bring to light that Trump is under investigation by the FBI. Regardless of what people want to believe and what people want to say, he is under investigation, man. And the funny thing about it, Comey helped Trump out during the campaign. He's the one that, came by to say Hillary's on an investigation. And now, just a few months later, he done flipped the script on his ass. Now Trump is on an investigation. So let's not let that get swept under the rug. The fun thing about it, during the hearing, all the Democrats want to know, how many people are involved, who's all being investigated. The Republicans want to know who's leaking information. They don't give a damn, they don't even care about the Russia stuff, which is fucking crazy. Like, throughout the whole hearing, nobody on the right had any questions about Russia or the hacks. Only thing they want to know is who leaked the information, which is important. I mean, if you're working with the intel community, FBI, you shouldn't be leaking documentation, and you should not be leaving, little droppings behind you so people can get the information. But still, with that being said, if Russia hacked us, this is something that I think every American would want to know, because our national security is at stake here. I mean, Russia, you talking about some bad dudes, some bad hombres. Russia don't fuck around, man. I don't know if you saw the news this week. They killing motherfuckers like left and right. So if you, I'm starting to think maybe that's one reason that Trump won't denounce or badmouth Putin, because maybe Putin will kill his ass, because they killing everybody else. I think it's like 4 people in the last week who were set to testify against Putin in the Kremlin and whatever in Russia, and they end up dead, either poisoned. Some guy got pushed out a window. Some guy got gunned down in broad daylight. So I don't even want to say anything bad about Russia. I don't want them problems. Like, I don't have those. I can't go to war with Russia. I mean, I can argue with somebody at the corner store. I can handle that situation. But you talking about going to war with Russia? Y'all all right with me too, man. Y'all all right. Putin ain't that bad. I'm like Trump. Putin is actually a nice guy. He's not that bad. But the thing that came out of this, the whole, Comey situation, is to shed light that there is something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. They won't give us all information as far as who's all involved and how deep, the investigation is going to go. And we probably won't have an outcome from this shit for probably another few months, if we're lucky. But that's just what's going on. And now there's things coming out about Trump's ex-campaign manager, Paul Manafort. He actually was working for Russia back in the day on the payroll to help Putin in America's eyes and to produce his popularity. This guy was on the payroll for Russia, and this was Trump's campaign manager, right? So, of course, Sean Spicer comes out, Trump's spokesman, and says that, Paul Manafort had a very small role in the Trump campaign. He didn't do much. He was only the campaign manager. I mean, what does a manager do at a job? I mean, they don't do much. I mean, shit. He's just the manager, right? I mean, saying that Paul Manafort didn't have much to do with this is like saying Phil Jackson didn't have much to do with the damn Chicago Bulls. I'm saying he was overseeing the campaign. Clearly, he had his hands on it. And smell a rat, man, a lot of smoke. And when you... It's too many goddamn coincidences. Like, oh, it's just a coincidence he used to, work for Russia. Everybody got all these coincidences. Like, I want to get pulled over and, just tell her, hey, sorry, officer, it's just a coincidence I had some weed in the trunk. I'm sorry. It's just a coincidence. Because I'm usually people who not rich don't get away with some bullshit like that. All these coincidences, all these ties to Russia. I mean, eventually you have to just say, hey, shit, when there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe Russia did hack this election. They wanted Trump to win. And whatever dirt they have on Trump, we don't know. Because I said this earlier in one of my other podcasts. We keep on asking ourselves, like, what investments does Trump have in Russia? Like, does he have business, buildings, or does he have loans? What we need to be asking ourselves is, what does Russia have invested in him? Because that's the biggest issue. Can you imagine if money, finances, sex tape, whatever it may be, they got some leverage over his ass that he won't. Trump will badmouth a handicapped person, but he won't say a damn thing about Russia. I just find that odd. I mean, to me, that's crazy. If you would go after a handicapped person, after a reporter, after saying women bleed and anything comes to mind, but when it comes down to Russia, no, man, they're good people. They only kill people. But I don't know. I mean, only time will tell. I mean, hopefully that's FBI has their chance to do their due diligence, and everybody can do a bipartisan, investigation, because it doesn't seem to go that way. The Intel House Committee, the chairman, Devin Nunes, right? He came out and said he found some new information about Obama wiretapping Trump Tower. And instead of going to his colleagues to, hey guys, I found out some new information about, Obama wiretapping Trump. He goes to Trump, who's the person who's under investigation. If that ain't the dumbest shit I've ever heard, man, that's just like the feds coming to your house and like, hey man, I'm just letting you know, I know we investigating you for selling these drugs, but I just want to tell you what we have so far. Like, how are you going to conduct a fair and reasonable investigation if you're telling the guy you're investigating what you have and the information that you're finding? And not to mention that he used to work. He's a Trump surrogate, man. He used to support Trump. He's a Trump supporter. He used to work for Trump. So you can't. He needs to step down, or he needs to be forced out. I don't know the proper steps and how to get his ass out, but you can't be colluding with Trump and investigating him at the same time. Like that, it doesn't work out that way. Like, you can't. I mean, maybe he's on the payroll too. I mean, who knows? I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a paper trail, man. Just follow the money, and it is all going to make sense at the end of the day. There's no way in hell if you at the Intel committee, you're investigating somebody, that you go to them first when you found about information about them, about the case that they're involved in. How in the hell can you tell them what you're finding out? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And also this week, the key word for the day is the art of the deal, right? The art of the deal. Because That's Trump's number one asset. He's a deal maker. That's what he does. Well, right? That's what he founded himself on. That's his biggest MO, biggest asset, right? And what I'm gonna play some audio for you from this week after the repeal of Obamacare or the new health care bill by the Republicans did not go through. I'm going to play some audio for you.
Thank you very much. We were very close. It was a very, very tight margin. We have no Democrat support. We had no votes from the Democrats. They weren't going to give us a...
So now, basically what he's saying is the Democrats' fault, right? This is not his fault. Like, this is a Republicans' bill. They've been saying they're going to do this shit for 7 years, right? They had a plan. They want to repeal Obamacare. Obamacare is horrible. We got a plan. We're going to repeal it, replace it. We got something better, right? They got something so much better. But now it doesn't get passed. Now it's the Democrats' fault that their bill didn't go through. But let's just listen a little bit more.
Single vote, so it's a very difficult thing to do. I've been saying for the last year and a half that the best thing we can do, politically speaking, is let Obamacare explode.
Now, this is the leader of the free world, the president of the United States. And he's just stated that he wants to let Obamacare implode. And it's the best thing that ever happened to them, the Republicans, he's stating. So basically, you're saying fuck the people because our health care doesn't matter to you anymore because it's all, politics now. It's not about the people because if people are going to lose their health care, why not tweak Obamacare? That's the part I do not understand, man. If you guys saying that Obamacare is so bad, the premium is going to skyrocket this year, it needs some work, tweak Obamacare. I understand that the name on the bill is Obamacare, and that is the biggest problem. If that shit was anything else, like old people care, any care, it could be nigga care, it don't matter. Just that it states that it's Obamacare, that's the biggest reason they want to repeal and replace this healthcare bill. But now you're seeing that it's not as easy as you think it is, right? Before, it's like everybody got all these great ideas. Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House, everybody got ideas, like we got this bill. They've been talking about this shit for 7 years, man. They've actually been put this bill in front of Obama. They've been trying to repeal this thing for like the last 8 years. Every time he vetoed it, but they sent it to him for the last 8 years. Like, Obama, we got this new healthcare bill. But now, when they're up the plate, now the ball is in their court. They have everything. They got a Republican president, and you still cannot get this passed. But now it is still the Democrats' fault, right? Because they couldn't get any Democratic votes. Of course not. No. They estimated that 24 million people were going to lose their health care with this new bill they proposed. So 24 million people lose their health care. You're talking about ending Medicaid, defunding Planned Parenthood. These are all things that the common working American citizens use every day. I'm not a billionaire. Most people that's listening to this podcast and the people that support or who dislike Trump are not billionaires. That's the 1% and 2% of the United States. So right now what I'm saying is for Trump to say that he wants Obamacare to implode or explode, that's like an NBA team tanking their season so they can get a high lottery pick in the draft. Like, this is not fair to the people. It's not fair for the seat that he's sitting in to be in the White House and say something this fucking stupid. Like, I can't fathom like what Obama's thinking right now to look at this damn imbecile in the White House and just saying anything. This is not the Democrats' fault. First of all, you guys rushed this damn bill, and the key part of this whole thing is that this was the anniversary of when Obamacare went into effect. So that was the biggest thing. Like, we're going to repeal and place this on the same day that Obamacare was introduced. But come to find out, it's not that damn easy. It's not that easy, man. So until you guys get like a real plan together, why not go ahead and tweak Obamacare? Let's go ahead and make Obamacare. It does need some work. It's just like an app on your phone, right? When you download an app, your iPhone, every now and then the app needs to be updated. It needs to be refreshed. Get the bells and whistles out. So now I'm going to play a little bit more audio for some more fake news, some more lies that Trump said while he's telling the press that, he never said he's going to repeal and replace Obamacare. So let's listen in.
Future, that'll happen. And I never said, I guess I'm here, 64 days? I never said repeal and replace Obamacare. You've all heard my speeches. I never said repeal it and replace it.
This guy's so full of shit. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the whole thing he ran on. As a matter of fact, he said he was going to repeal and replace Obamacare on the first day with something bigger and better. It's going to be so amazing. What I'm going to present to you guys is going to be the best healthcare of healthcare. Health is going to love the care. Everybody's going to love it. But now he's saying that he never said, I don't understand how you can blatantly lie to people and you're not getting fact checked. It's like his words don't even matter anymore. He lies so goddamn on much. Him and all his little Trump little minions that run around, Sean Spicer, Kellyanne Conway, all they doing is fucking lying. I swear to you, I can find you some audio right now from a Trump campaign or a Trump rally, whatever you want to call them, that he promised that he will repeal and replace on the first day. So what I'm going to do now is play some audio from Trump talking to Congress. But he never said he was going to repeal and replace. He wasn't about repealing or replacing Obamacare. It's much other things he was going to do. He wasn't going to do that, right? Let's listen in.
Tonight I am also calling on this Congress to repeal and replace Obamacare.
What the fuck, man? Come on. Come on now. Come on. We not that stupid. This is what this man ran on. This is what he campaigned on, man. Repealing and replacing Obamacare. That's been the Republicans and the right. The last 7 years, 8 years since Obama's been, that's all they've been preaching. Repealing and replacing. And now that they have the ball in their court, they can't get the job done. So who will let down? I just want to know from Trump supporters now. What do y'all think now? Are you still drinking the Kool-Aid? Do you still believe this is the best deal maker? This man had a #1 selling book, The Art of the Deal. This is the first biggest piece of legislation he needed to get pushed through, and it didn't go. Not to mention the travel ban that got pushed down twice. So to say that this administration is off to a rough start, that's putting it lightly. Lightly. This is the Cleveland Browns we're looking at right now, man. The 76ers. This is horrible. I know he makes comparison to Bill Belichick and the Patriots. This is not the Patriot way, man. Know your job. Do your job. That's the Patriots way. And that's what this administration needs to do. Do your job. Let's get off the hate, all the build the wall and the Muslim ban, and let's start doing some real governing here. Let's get some stuff passed. But you can't do that because there's so much other bullshit going on in the world. We can't even get past, the simple things, man. They're trying to create so many barriers between the American people, Muslim, Mexican, black, just trying to separate everybody. But now when it comes down to getting things passed through Congress, now all of a sudden that, we all want to be friends, let's join together, let's sing Kumbaya, and it doesn't work that way. Your words mean something. You can't call somebody an N-word or a bitch and then the next day hey, buddy, what's up? No, you just called me a bitch. I remember that. Of course, people going to feel some type of way. I'm pretty sure people that's working for the FBI, he tried to destroy the FBI. He said they were non-credible. They're working for Obama. They can't do their job. They're incompetent. Why would you want to support somebody like that? These are human beings too. At the end of the day, they're like, shit. Well, shit. Fuck this bozo. I'll leak this information. Sure. Why not? He's not backing us anyway. So why would I, support this guy? Why not leak the information? Not that they should. But as a human being, I can get where they're coming from. And that's all I'm saying. All this stuff would not be going on if Trump would just hush his mouth and act like the president of the United States. And that's all that we ask, that the president act like a president. You know, if you have a father or a mother, all you want them to be is a father and a mother. But right now, you got a president of the United States that's not even a freaking role model. This man not even a role model. You can't even tell your children to act like the president of the United States because all he does is lie. And if you make excuses for his lies, you're just as guilty as he is. And with that being said, that is the Snapper Fruge podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed the topics today. If you, like I said, hit that subscribe button on there. It's only going to get better. You know, support light-skinned people. We're fighting. And basically, I mean, this podcast is like, I'm trying to make this information to dummy it down for a person like myself that's not into politics, but still want to know what's going on in the world. Some people don't want to turn on CNN and Fox News and hear that empty rhetoric and being political and this is how you do it. Everybody don't want to hear that, so I'm just trying to dumb it down for a common working man so we can know what's going on in the world too. Like, just get a little taste of what's going on and not just have to, you know, sit at the water cooler at work and somebody talking about it. You're like, oh, damn, I didn't know that was going on. Shit. Nah, we should all know what's going on. But sometimes everybody learn in different ways. So I'm trying to break this down for the common man like myself. Listen in, and hopefully you learn something from it. And, you know, hopefully it strikes conversation. You know, these are taboo topics, religion, politics. Nobody talk about this stuff. It's not cool. But we need to know it. I mean, you got to know what's going on in the world. You got to stand for something, you fall for anything, right? So with that being said, I'm glad you took the time to listen to this podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to get in contact with me, I'm on Facebook. My name is Snapper Fruge. That's SNAPPER Fruge, Fruge. And you can email me at snapdawg7. That's SNAPDAWG7 at gmail.com. And if you want to get on with me, hey, I'm willing to debate with you. Come give me your point of view. I'll listen. But anyway, this your light-skinned friend, LL Fruge, coming to you live. I'll see you again next week. Y'all be good.